drunk, right? So when it's time for him to roll the ball, his whole butt come out, y'all. I'm talking about whole plumber butt. Whole plumber butt. So I leans over to the side and I quietly tell him, like, you know your butt is out? Can you pull up your drawers or are they too little? Like, what's going on? He looks me in my eyes and he says, oh, ain't nothing wrong with showing a little butt. What the fuck?
Absolutely not. That was your cue to leave.
No, it's too late now. A ball rolling.
Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Motivation Nation. It's your host, Air Gordon, and we are here for another one. All y'all don't know me. What we do on this channel is we receive videos, we give our reaction, we give our opinion, and we keep the conversation going down in the comments. So, with no further ado, let's get to what we do best here. Let's get into the content.
Do you guys want to hear my story? It was a date from hell, y'all.
Well,
a date from hell.
They sent it to us. Let's hear.
First off, the lady at my job, she hooks me up with her son. She like, yeah, my son is a nice man. He know how to take care of his women. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, that's fine. Boom. So our first date, he like, you think that you could pick me up? I'm like, pick you up? He like, yeah, because I've been drinking. Right?
Okay, I hate to stop this early, but that's red flag number 1. Listen, ladies, okay? Young ladies, if a man can't meet you at the location and or pick you up on a first date, then that's already a problem. You should not be going to pick a man up on the first date. Now, I don't care who recommended him or who is telling you he's this great guy, okay? At a bare minimum, the guy needs to have transportation, okay? And if he's already that irresponsible where he's too drunk to drive to meet you on the first date, tell you everything what you need to know. Now, I'm not telling you to be superficial and be ridiculous. That's not being ridiculous. I understand if you don't want him to pick you up on the first date because you don't know him, you don't necessarily want him to know where you live. But at a bare minimum, he should be able to meet you there in his vehicle and you drive your vehicle. But anyway, let's let her continue. But we got to point out the red flags here. Ma'am, that's red flag number 1. So for all you young single ladies out there, if he says come pick him up, that's already a non-starter. I'm out.
They're red flag. I'm like, all right. So I waited 2 hours to pick this man up. I called him. I'm like, it's been 2 hours. You think you sobered up? You think you could drive? He was like, nah, I'm still kind of tipsy. I'm like, all right, whatever. That was another red flag. Then you lying. I pulls up on him. He stays in the suites, the weekly. Another red flag.
Okay, I hate to stop it this quickly again, but if you pull up to his house and you find out he's living in a suite and he's not there for business or a vacation, that tells you everything that you need to know. And when you pulled up there and you looked at that, you should have threw that thing in reverse and got on about your business. But let's let her continue. I just got to point out where you got to sometimes stop these dates before they even get started.
Takes 5 minutes to come outside. Another red flag. He comes outside in a cardboard cowboy hat. And talking about, you like me, what I look like? You just all excited about what he looked like he's some female or something. Then I gets out to hug him and his stomach was so hard, y'all. It was like it pushed me. Okay? Then we get to the bowling alley.
Next time someone's mother tries to hook you up with their son, ask to see photo evidence before you even set the date up. That's just, I'm just speaking to her as if she was my daughter. Okay? All right, let's let her go.
Got the money for the bowling alley. Thank God. So I tell him that I want to get some snacks. So he goes, he like, okay. He swipes his card for some snacks, y'all. Tell me why I declined. He didn't even swipe it the second time or use another card. He just immediately turned around, looked me in my eyes, and was like, I grabbed the wrong card. You think that you can swipe your card?
Absolutely not, sir. Absolutely not. Okay, I understand, you know, pulling your weight and not being ridiculous. But as of yet, this young lady has not been ridiculous at all. She's picking him up. She's going on a reasonable date to a bowling alley, not necessarily that expensive. And he wants the snacks, not her. So he should be more than willing to pay for that. And his card declines and to turn and ask her, yeah, this guy is a mama's boy and his mother is taking care of him. And she's trying to pawn him off on some unsuspecting, nice young lady, which is what this young lady is coming off to be. She's very patient and diplomatic right now. Too diplomatic for me and too patient for me. But no, you don't swipe your card and get this joker anything. Matter of fact, when he asked you that, you should have said, I'll be right back, and left him there. He didn't drive. I mean, he'll figure out how to get home.
You better be lucky everything on this list is mine. Because he didn't want nothing on the snack list. So I ended up swiping, it was like $16. I ended up swiping my card. Red flag, another red flag.
Okay, well, it was your snacks. But anyway, it was only $16. He could have done that. All right.
Boom. After that,
I mean, he could have paid for that. He should have paid for the $16. Come on now. That's not unreasonable.
He's drunk, right? So when it's time for him to roll the ball, his whole butt come out, y'all. I'm talking about whole plumber butt. Whole plumber butt. So I leans over to the side and I quietly tell him, like, you know your butt is out? Can you pull up your drawers or are they too little? Like, what's going on? He looks me in my eyes and he says, oh, ain't nothing wrong with showing a little butt. What the fuck?
Absolutely not. That was your cue to leave. That was your cue to leave him standing right there with that bowling ball with his butt out. You don't want no part of that after that. That lets you know this guy is we knew he was gone before, but we are now 100% sure this is a bona fide certified clown that you don't need to be associated with. And then you should have got on the horn right then and called his mama and told his mama everything you felt about her son, and then laid into her for even suggesting that garbage to you. But let me let you finish.
I didn't know if the cameras gonna pop out at this point. I'm like, cameras? He's like, you seem irritated. Your booty out. Not even a female, your booty out. Boom. So I eat my little snacks. It ended up being like some little wings. I didn't eat them all, so I left them on the table. So on our way leaving, y'all, why he picks up my food?
Of course.
My to-go food.
Of course he did.
And take it home with him.
Of course.
I said, you taking it home with you? He was like, yeah, if you don't want it, I'll take it. You didn't even pay for it. You gonna just eat my leftovers off the table? Oh, you ain't got no money. Then, on top of that, when he asked me to pick him up, he said, park next to my car. I parked next to his car, y'all. It's like this car ain't ran in 20 years. It had dust on top of it.
That's why he didn't drive.
That car don't run.
That's why he didn't
drive.
Ride. Yeah.
So the next day I go to work and his mom see me and she like, so how did it go with you and my son? I was like, girl, your son came outside drunk. She was so embarrassed. But I had to tell her. I don't care. So now everything is just so awkward with me and her now.
It don't matter. She made it awkward. And you should have told her, hey, man, don't you ever talk to me again. I don't care what you suggest. I'll never take a suggestion from you again. I'm not taking a suggestion on anything. Don't suggest no food to me. Don't suggest no directions to me. Don't even suggest a movie to me. Whatever you suggest, back to the sender. I want no part of it because you have raised one sorry joker, okay? And I can't trust your judgment on anything at this point. And I see you'll set me up because you know what type of son you have. So you'll set me up for failure. So I can't trust you at the job. I can't trust you outside the job. Lose my number and don't ever call me again. I don't trust you and I don't like you anymore. Just tell me the truth about your sorry behind son, okay? But anyway, let me let her finish. And she said it's awkward. No, it's awkward on the mama side. You hold your head, I'm keep going.
Like, girl, you knew your son was a bum, right? Or did you not know that?
She knew that.
Because I'm her. Period. And you knew that. That's why you try to cop gravy with your son. But he's a bum. Then she gonna say, girl, he need to lay down that bottle. So you knew he was on the bottle?
Yeah, she knew he was on the bottle. She was trying to find, she thought you were nice. You were gullible. You're probably a sweet young lady. She sees that at the job and she's like, here's somebody my son could take full advantage of. And then the worst part about it is, in her eyeballs, her son can do no wrong. So had you liked him and tried to date him, she would have blamed everything going on in the relationship on you. Because this is the type of mother who does not hold their kid accountable for anything. And then they become lazy bums who then want to leech off of some woman. And the mother is championing that. And she is actually enabling him. And actually out here scouting women for her son to lay up on and take advantage of so that she can get some relief and get some of that pressure off her, because you already know his mother is giving him money and taking care of him like he's still a child even though he's grown. But hey, that's one thing that you do have to look out for, young ladies, when you're looking for a man. Make sure he is who he says he is. You have to thoroughly vet these individuals. And the same thing for men when you're dating women. You have to thoroughly vet these women and make sure they are who they say they are and that they are actually financially responsible. Financial responsibility is a major thing, especially when it comes to a relationship. And if you're financially responsible, the worst thing you can do is engage yourself with a person that's financially irresponsible. So anyway, hey, look, man, jump down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about this. You guys saw what I saw. You heard what I heard. I gave you my 2 cents. That's it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out.